Today, I'm going to install the bed step on the back of the Toyota Tacoma. Now, what I'm curious to see, and we're going to take a leap of faith because I'm going to get it all ready before I look under there, but I'm assuming that even the SR5 has the threaded spots for the bed step right under there. Wish me luck. But what I've got here, this comes from Lexland, and there is a discount code. It is RobMotive. You can save 20% on this. And what you get is the bracket, the other bracket, and of course the step, and the hardware that you need to put it together. As far as tools go, you need a Torx T25 screwdriver or bit. You need a 14 millimeter socket, a 14 millimeter wrench, a 12 millimeter socket, a ratchet, and then I'm going to use some Loctite to put in the threaded holes to hold everything nice and tight. And that's really about it. So we're going to go ahead, jump right in. First thing, you want to go ahead and secure the bracket, this over here, to the top part, or the meat and potatoes part. So that's going to take 3 of these shorter bolts. And as I mentioned, I am going to put some Loctite on there, and then I'm going to snug these down. I think I'm just going to go ahead and tighten them down, actually. By the way, I am using blue Loctite, not red, in the event that I ever want to take this off, maybe to transfer it to a different truck, which is what I should have done from the Blue Crush truck, but I didn't, so here we are. Go ahead and tighten them down. I don't know if there's a torque spec. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to use the Rob muscle spec, just as tight as I can get it. And that's it. Now we need to take it over to the truck because we're going to go ahead and put the first bolt in, and it goes in the upper left-hand corner of the kind of triangular pattern of where the bolts are, top left corner, if you will, because there is a slot right here that you kind of fit up and over the bolt right here, so you can go ahead and have it already set, and then you just put the other 2 in. Okay, we're underneath, and this is where that leap of faith part comes in. I do have the 3 threaded slots where we're going to stick the bed step. I don't remember seeing covers like this on the other truck, but I'm going to leave them on. I'm just going to go over them because they are working to, I guess, cover something up. But anyway, you guys can see it's there. So now we just have to kind of lift it up there and put it on. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm putting Loctite on all of the threads. So this one too, I'm going to go ahead and try to evenly distribute it. I always fail. I always put way too much, I know. But in this case, I think too much is better than not enough. It's kind of like those that argue for having a 4-wheel drive and never needing it, as opposed to a 2-wheel drive truck, which I don't necessarily agree with. But anyway, the big argument out there is better to have and not need than need and not have. So there we go. Let's get the one in the corner in, and it's the top left corner. You want to put that in, leave about, I don't know, 1/2 inch, something like that. Of course, you don't want to particularly drop the bolt. But this is almost real live TV, right? And that sucker's going to be tight, of course, so it does help to have a 14 millimeter socket to kind of drive this down a bit. My guess is it'll loosen up before we ever get to 1/2 inch, but yeah, maybe not. I guess in this case, a right angle electric ratchet would be maybe good. Now you want to just slide your step bracket over the screw you just put in. We'll tighten that down the rest of the way later. But you want to go ahead and get the other screw, and I'm doing the one down here on the left. And be careful, when you have this thing spread open, it takes amazingly little force for it to slam back shut. How do I know? Take a guess. So just be a little careful when you're doing that so it doesn't slam back and pinch your fingers like I just did. But you can see the second screw is now in. Again, we'll tighten that first screw the rest of the way down with a wrench once we get the third screw in right over here. Once you have the third screw in, I'm just going to let gravity kind of do its thing and center it for me. I'm going to go ahead and tighten all of them down. And then again, on the last one, you have to use a wrench because space is very tight. So a ratcheting wrench is best because if not, you're going to take forever because you don't have a lot of good space to work in here, really. Once you have all of those tightened down, which I do, you want to grab the step, put it on the top of the bracket right here, and then you're going to screw it in with 3 screws from underneath, and you're basically done at that point. Anyway, this one, and that one, and then we're done. Okay, got the step all on. There's how it works. Looks to me just like OEM. I don't know if I'd know a difference between this one, which is a hell of a lot less money, and the OEM. And I know that because I have bought the OEM in the past. So lastly, we do have to put some weight on it and test it. Okay, I think it's a rousing success. Seems to work pretty well to me. Kick it up. Now it's out of the way and we don't have to worry about it. Anyway, that's just a quick, I think, install of the bed step from Lexland. Again, there is a discount. You can save 20% with code RobMotive over at Lexland.com or Lexland.com. I'll leave a link down below. Let me know what you think. Bye.